Righty. Cool. Under eights, let's rewind it a little bit, just because there was a good moment in kickoff. I'm actually really happy with how the under eights played. Phil, please, once again, don't care about the results. You'll probably find that the results are mostly off they just took bigger, better shots. And they had a goalkeeper that saved our few shots that we had. That was just from my memory, but we'll see how it goes. But that is kind of the outcome that I remember that happened, that we actually passed the ball around heaps. It was really, really awesome. The only thing that did happen is where we didn't have help up top, and so we relied on people just dribbling, which is what we will get to, where if you cannot go forward, it's okay to go backwards. But you can see here, these are all great passes. It's dangerous, but it's super awesome that at this under 8 level, we're managing to pass the ball so well to each other, which is absolutely beautiful. So even beautiful, passing around them, phenomenal. One issue that we did have, some of our kids are really, really young. So a lot of these kids, you can see they're bigger, they're all under 8s. We have 6-year-olds in our team. They're good 6-year-olds, but obviously we're still learning, because I'm sure 6-year-olds aren't playing 7-a-side. If we are a winger, wingers must go where? On the wing. So you can imagine this pitch here, if we looked at this pitch, this is the center of the pitch where everybody is. We want our wingers to be on the very edge of the pitch. See where this red player is? That's Caden right now. So Caden's really, really awesome. He's on as far on the wide side as possible. That's brilliant. That's actually Nemanja, sorry. Nemanja is awesome, because he was with us, he's been with us for a little while. So he's actually learnt a lot. So Josh, the issue that we have here is you should be all the way over here so you can receive the pass. So you can see that RJ does make the pass, but because you're too close and you're cuddling your teammate, which is what we've learned at training with you, Josh, in these past few weeks, is if our teammate has the ball, can we get away from them and ask for the ball, rather than trying to get close to them? Because if you get close to the person with the ball, you're also getting close to who? You're also getting close to the defenders, which is absolute no good. So just rewind that, because from the get-go, it really showed my beautiful days. The amount of great passes that we have done is awesome. And that is what we want to see. Can we combine with our teammates? Can we pass with our teammates and move the ball up the field as a team? So there it breaks down just where Josh is, totally fine. What we want to make sure is that we are actually going towards the player to try to steal the ball. We don't want to just sit off and watch the player with the ball. We really want to make sure, can we close down the player and really ensure that we are trying to steal the ball back. If this stops and starts all the time, I will pause and come back in half an hour or so as the video loads. But yeah, we'll pause. Alright, we're back to the start just because the internet's being annoying. So something for some of the young ones to learn and to kind of be to watch this as some role models is Caden and Nemanja, how they go towards the ball and try to steal it. Where some of our other players will plod along away from the ball, pretending they're defending. Where you can see Caden goes in, Nemanja goes in to really steal that ball. Which is, see how Nemanja goes in? That is how you're meant to play football. Well done for passing the ball. In these situations, what I'd love for you guys to learn, and obviously you guys are young, but when you are in situations where there's just millions of defenders coming at you, can you try to put your foot on the ball, turn and play backwards so it can go the other way? Because we do not want players trying to dribble past lots of defenders. We want to pass the ball away from those defenders. Really, really important. And I'm going to make sure that you learn this now, because if you don't, trust me, you're going to be doing it when you're 10 years old, 12 years old, 14 years old, and it's 16 years old, and etc. Because if you don't learn, you'll keep doing the same old silly things. Once again, if you're my left winger, I need you on the left wing. So it's very important, wingers, when we have the ball, get to the line, because then these guys will come with you and now there's more space for us here. So do not chase the ball. Let the ball come to you. Very, very important, otherwise Kyle gets angry. So get to the wings if you're the winger. So left wing, the black line is your best friend when we have the ball. So if your teammates got it, if we have the ball, wingers get really, really wide. Super important to learn. You see how our left winger here, we see Josh is coming towards the ball, and now there's no one to pass to out here. And we notice that this defender has now come with Josh, and now there's less space here. Okay, so it's very, very important. Left wing, stay there. Let the ball get kicked to you. The ball will come, don't you worry. Don't chase the ball. Do we notice how many players we have here? We don't want all these players here. This is a really good spot to be in space, but it shouldn't be our left winger being there. It should be our midfielder there. And we notice all of us are here. All of our players are here. In the same spots. It's not what we want. And remember, we want to get used to controlling the ball. If there's defenders near us, pass to a teammate, pass away from the opposition. We don't want to dribble into defenders. We don't want to kick the ball into defenders. We want to move away from defenders and move the ball away from defenders. Yeah. So you see, this is brilliant by Nemanja, really tracking back. Really good to see the good work ethic. Now once again, if you see all the defenders here, then we don't want to go that way. We want to try to move the ball away from the opposition. And then maybe we can go out to Nemanja here. We don't want to throw the ball where all the defenders are, because then we're bound to lose the ball. We want to move the ball away from the opposition. Do we see how we've now just lost the ball? So instead of that, could we throw backwards? Hey Lee, where can you move and ask for the ball? It's very important. We are all moving to try to ask for the ball. And it's important to understand we want to move the ball away from the other team. And in order to do that, our teammates must move away from the opposition because they're all here. And then if our teammates are away from the opposition, we can move the ball to our teammates who are away from the defenders, the opposition. Because now we just lost the ball. And then they can score. It's very important. It's not forward, boot the ball, dribble, forward. It is, can we keep the ball away from the opposition? That's all you have to do. And then at the right moments, you can go forward. So in these situations here, it's really important that we have our players, like Nemanja is, brilliant. We want our attacking players to make these forward runs so we can play forward to our teammates. So well done Nemanja for making this run. Hopefully we see Josh pass to him. So one thing you could have done better, Nemanja, is try to get away from your teammate. Like I said before, we want to get away from our teammate. Because wherever our teammate is with the ball, wherever the ball is, that's where the defenders go. So if the ball is here with this teammate, we want to try to get away from that player. Can we run away from that player so we can receive these passes? Okay. So teammate's got the ball. Can we run away from the teammate, but also be asking for the pass? So here we're not going to be able to dribble the whole pitch. Put that in the bin, throw it away, get rid of that idea that you can dribble the whole pitch. We must use our teammates. And this little superstar here, he's trained with us for many, many years. He was nearly joining our team. We just missed him by just a team. We nearly got him. So he is a unbelievable talent. So do not be upset when you go, oh my God, how good is he? He scored a bunch of goals. Now with a goal kick, very important that our left defender and right defender get super close. Because by the time Daniel kicks to you, A-Lee, Nathaniel's already going to get the ball and steal it. So, A-Lee and our left and right defender get really close, so Daniel just has pass there or there, and then you can play straight out to anyone. So that's very important. So, bang, really close, really close. And perfect by RJ, because we have the ball, so in the when we have the ball, RJ becomes the midfielder, like he has. What I would say, RJ, I reckon if you move just here, you'd be much further away from this guy, and still far away from this person. So, could you come here to receive? It's a really good option as well. Alright, perfect. I love all of that. Perfect pass by Daniel. But now, Oscar. If our left winger has it, our left defender must come and ask for passes. If our left winger has it, our midfielder must be asking for these passes. Because if you get the pass back, RJ, you can play out to our winger, which is perfect. Let's see what Josh does. It's not a bad idea. I don't mind that you try to pass it forward, Josh. I'm actually not actually unhappy with that at all. I'd be very unhappy if you try to dribble past two defenders. That's poop we want to stick. We don't want that. We want to keep it to our teammates so we can play through. This pass here, totally fine. Very well done. What I would say, Caden, is your teammates got the ball. What we always want to think about is whoever has the ball, can we make runs to get in line with our teammates? So Josh has done actually the right pass, one of the right passes. But Caden, here you're a little bit, well, you're definitely behind 3,000 defenders, and you're kind of walking and flat-footed. You're not making runs. You're not calling for the ball. You're kind of hiding and kind of watching, which is something that we're working on with you, which is we need to fix. If your teammate has it, Oscar, can you run to be an option? Caden, can you run to be an option? And when we want the ball, we have to be asking for it. So we run into space, and we must make sure that we're not behind 1,000 defenders, or even one defender, and we must demand the ball. So those are the 3 steps of being a passing option. Move into space, move into a passing line, which means not behind a defender, and calling for the ball, and demanding the ball. Alright, that's what we have to do better. But in terms of the way we're playing, it's actually brilliant. We've played we've actually made passes to feet. It's actually been very, very good so far. We've been passing to feet. It's been really, really nice to see. Once again, if you view this, hopefully you should get the highlights list. And you can... So there, Caden, hang on. If we are kicking, you must kick really hard to the back post, Caden. Or play to someone's feet. So you want to kick back post. You shot to the front post, which is not good at all. We want to make sure that our kicks, whenever we're shooting, whenever we're kicking out goal, we're aiming for the back corner, the furthest post. We don't aim for here. This is poo. We don't do that. No good. No good. We want to kick to the back post. Alright, back post. Yes, a highlight list. You should be able to see, hopefully you can access this stuff so you can have a look, you can save these videos, you can watch them later, that sort of stuff. So, Joshua, it's very important. See what Nemanja is doing? You want to get nice and high so you can press and try to steal the ball off the defenders. But Nemanja, this is a really good example. So wingers must be ready to steal the ball off the defenders. But Nemanja, start in a position where you're blocking the pass to their winger. So, if Nemanja stands here, very good because he blocks his pass. If he does go to this person, he can chase and win that ball. So, Right winger and left winger, you must be high on the box or in a position where you're blocking the passes to the winger, but also pressing the defender. Striker, you should be pressing and marking this player here. So these little things make us win games or lose games. These are the small differences. Where are we? We're applying no pressure. They can do whatever they want. So Caden, you should be up on this player. Joshua, you should be pressing this player. And then, where's our defenders? We want to make sure we push up and try to steal the ball. So defenders, left defender, are you marking this player? Center defender, are you marking this player? Right defender, are you being careful about this player? So it's very important that you are marking your player and trying to steal the ball off them. We don't want to give them space, because if they get the ball in space, they can turn and look and see whatever pass they want to do. So these are some very small things that will change whether we lose 10-0 or whether we win 5-0. It's these small little differences. It's not major changes, it's just little things that we must learn. And you guys are very young, which is awesome, because we can hopefully give you good habits as soon as possible. Me no likey, Caden. I've told you this a million times, you were here last term. We don't turn into thousands of players. You control the ball first, and you play what you see. So this is perfect pass by Oscar. Caden, control this ball, and then Nemanja, Joshua, we're making these runs so we can get these passes to our wingers, Caden. Not turn and dribble past 5,000 defenders. Whether you score, I'm still not happy, because it's the principle of doing the wrong thing. Once in a blue moon, yes, you might dribble past 2 defenders and score. It's not a long-term thing that we want to learn, because you're relying on you being a better player than the other 2 players, which is, as you get higher, not going to happen. You're relying on the fact that you're Messi and everyone else is no good. Do you see how that did not work at all? And if we do that constantly, Caden, I'll be very angry all the time. So don't make me angry all the time. And do we see the difference? Because Caden tried to turn and do the wrong things, and something I've told him 1,000 times, we want to control the ball, play what we see in front of us. Dribbling doesn't work, do we see? Dribble, 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 dribble to nowhere. So, overall, our passing to feet has been really, really nice. But something we need to work on is our defending and some of our decisions in terms of we're making good passes, but then sometimes we decide, now let me dribble up the pitch and try to be a superstar. Bye-bye, not happening, go away, don't do that. And some small things like positioning where, cool, left and right defender, come here, come here. I don't think I'll be doing the whole game, obviously, because it goes forever. But some of these are just, if I watch the whole game, I'll be saying the same things over and over again the whole entire game. These are the core concepts. I'm going to end it quite soon. And it doesn't matter if you're not on the pitch. It's the idea of positions of what they should be doing. If you get the ball and the ball's coming to you, control the ball first. And then play what you see. Not turn without knowing what's behind you and trying to go past defenders. Not trying to dribble the entire pitch with 3 defenders chasing you. These are the concepts that you must fix. So here, I like it, Ailey, but can you get closer? And even better, if Nathaniel was here, can the opposition, his name's Nathaniel, can we have the goal kick further away from the defenders? And then left and right defender. Because we want to get far away from the opposition. That's something to know. Then as soon as Ailey's getting the ball, we need our winger to receive this pass. I'm actually, like, that is like textbook perfect senior football. Centre back to centre to midfielder, back to the other centre. It's brilliant. I'm loving it. So please don't feel upset about whatever the result is. I don't care, but I know you players and you parents care for whatever reason. it doesn't matter, truly. We've actually played really, really good football. Something for Adelaide to understand is, I know you're left footer, so now I'll put you on the left side, is when it comes out here, we want to play out to the winger here. The issue with going to the middle is the fact that they're in front of goal, they can score. So the thing that we have said is, once it goes out here, can we play around to our winger? That is the goal. That's what we want to get to. We want to get it to our winger. I have no issues that we tried to play to feet. I love it. I love it much more than booting the ball and trying to score a billion goals like that. It's really, really nice, the football that we're doing. Something that you might need to do, RJ, is try to position yourself away from the opposition. So you could have been a little bit more into space by coming into the little pocket, so you're further away from this guy. So then if you have a bad pass or bad control, he's not so close to the ball. That's a very, very little thing. It's actually brilliant. All of this stuff is brilliant. I like the little first time pass. Once again, Josh, the positioning we need to work with you, because you're behind a defender when really we want you on the black line or the white line. We want you as wide as possible to receive these passes, where you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, not in the right positions. So that's something to work on. Wingers, get on the white lines, on the white areas. Okay. So there, were they a better team than us? No. Did they press? Yes. And so, did you notice that before, when I said where we should be in terms of trying to get up on the pitch and steal the ball, we weren't doing that. So if we rewind back to where I was saying, where Josh should have been trying to press up, Caden should have been marking a striker, Nemanja should have been trying to block the pass while blocking by stealing the ball to the defender. These things get goals as well. But by no means have they actually played a million times better than us. They just capitalised on our mistakes. But I actually think so far in the first 6 minutes we played better football. We played nicer. Internet's pooped itself. So here's what I was saying. So the goal they scored is because they had a bunch of defenders here and they just tried to steal the ball of us straight away in front of our own goal, which is a part of the game. And as we get older, we get more experience playing out of that pressure. But it's very important that you guys watch the videos and understand, because we went through this already, my left winger, my right winger, my striker. And then, if they play out to any of them, we go steal the ball and we score just like they scored against us 2 seconds ago in the video. So once again, we played awesome. It's just a couple key components of the game that gets goals and gets results we didn't do. And so you go, oh no, we lost so many goals. Plus, we got players like this who can shoot a ball from halfway and smash it top bins against our players that aren't goalkeepers. So the result is an issue. We've actually played really, really good football. I was very impressed. And we have a couple young players who are a bit lost and that sort of stuff. But here, for example, this, what they did to us, bang. You should have already been here, Josh, and you would have stolen the ball, you would have scored. And then now we're 1-0 up and we're thinking we're superstars. So the results highlight certain issues with the game that we played. But overall, we played the passes, the feet were brilliant, unbelievable. I'm so impressed. Actually, let's just skip forward to half time, just because so we can see some of the other kids on video. But it'll be the exact same issues the whole time. It'll be us out of position because wingers aren't in the wide areas. It's either defenders not marking the players, it's a striker not coming back to midfield, or it's our defender not going into midfield when we have the ball. It'll be the same core problems, but with different players. So once again, if the video analysis isn't on yourself or is on yourself, don't get upset either way, because you're just trying to learn the general rules of football. Okay, like I said, if you receive the ball, control it, pass to who you see. We want to move the ball away from the opposition. If our teammate has it, what do we have to do? We have to move away from the opposition. At the moment, Henry, you're behind a defender and close to the defender. Means you're behind 3,000 people and away from too far away. Where, depending on what position we're playing at the moment, can we make runs here? Can you make runs here? Can you make runs in behind? Where we're hiding, and are we moving away from the opponents, or are we just kind of standing still? My nudge on is earlier. I like your idea there, Nemanja, but I think your thought process was boot the ball as far as you can. Your thought process was not, can I pass to Caden or can I pass to Henry? Just by the look of your head down and the power of your kick, it was, can I boot it as far as I can? We want the idea of, can I look up and pass to someone's feet? It's so important, because how much better would it have been if it went to Caden, and then it went to Henry, and then we kept running and we made more passes. That is how we play football. Not like what they just did, is boot the ball as far as I can. So from what I've seen, the other team haven't played outrageously better. Us young ones are still just learning where to go, what position. So here, Nemanja, I want this, left, right back, left back. So right defender, left defender, get nice and close for the kick. Christian, can we think about receiving behind the defenders? We always want to try to receive behind defenders. I don't want them to be able to see where I am. So, Christian, can you receive here? That's 300 times better than receiving here. Because if you receive it here, Christian, congratulations. You've now lost the ball and they've gone and scored. So, think about, can I receive behind defenders? Once again, these are all universal laws. These are rules of football. Doesn't matter that it's Christian. It doesn't matter that he's a centre defender or a striker or a winger. We want to receive behind defenders. We want to position ourselves behind defenders. So think about, instead of just running right, Christian, can you run back and receive this? Nemanja, get nice and close. So right defender, get close. Left defender, get close. And then we can play short, or we can play to our left defender, our right defender, our midfielder, or we can play to wingers and look at this gap, straight to the winger. Just tell the referee to bloody move. Well done, Christian, for receiving behind, but control the ball. Don't let it bounce and roll behind you. For me, Christian, I think you're good enough to control the ball. I think in my mind you wanted it to roll past you. Control the ball. And then you'll know, uh-oh, there is a defender behind me, but that's fine because I can pass back to Nemanja. And then I can get it back, Christian, by dropping away from the defender and asking for the ball. These are universal laws of football that I need you to learn ASAP, otherwise you become under 10s, under 12s, under 14s, making the same mistakes. Here, Christian's a horrible habit. No need to turn your back to it. Because he might just dribble past you and then you've got no idea. He may have not even kicked it. A lot of the time as you get older, all they do is pretend to kick it and then dribble past you and you've got no idea where the ball is. So don't jump behind it. Don't jump and turn. Does nothing. Well done for turning. Just as a rewind. Do we see the issues where we try to cuddle our teammates? So here, brilliant. But what we'd like to see is, Nemanja, can you drop away from the opposition? And Christian, can you play to the person that's furthest away from defenders? That would have been a big difference between them scoring or having the chance to score. Where here, do we see how these passes are useless because you're just as close to Christian and Nemanja are just as close to the defenders. So Nemanja, can you drop away to receive? Ailey's in a good spot. Ming Zhu, you're a left winger, so you get wide when we have the ball, or drop in and defend when we don't have the ball. So have a notice, are we marking each other? Are we marking our teammates or the opposition? Because that is something that right now looks horrible. If you're next to a defender and there's no opposition in sight, look around and go, let me mark this person, let me mark that person, let me mark this person, let me mark that person. Because at the moment, not only are we marking each other, do we see there's no one here? Horrible. Okay, so these are aspects of go, I don't know much about football. I need to learn more. I need to watch these videos more because there's a billion things we're doing wrong. Alright, so can we mark up? Henry, Christian, instead of holding each other's hands, can we mark up? Is anyone being careful of the back post? Can we mark up? Can we mark up? Rather than have a big party, a little slumber party by yourselves. We are marking each other way closer than we're marking opposition. Absolutely horrible. So, Caden, can you see the opposition you're marking? Christian, are you ball watching? Henry, Mingzu, are we all ball watching Nemanja? Or are we going, uh-oh, I better mark that guy. Uh-oh, let me mark this person. Well done. Hey, Lee. Mingzu, uh-oh, can I mark this person? Uh-oh, Caden, can I mark this person? So our brains are not thinking very smartly. Because yes, he may hit it low and hit your feet, but there's a high chance he hits it over. We have to be careful of all options and scenarios. That's another option. Well done by them. That's brilliant football by them. Really nice football by them. Got unlucky. Do we see how they played backwards and then switched? I love that. Can we do that more often? He got unlucky. He went behind him. He couldn't control us. No worries. It was a really good idea by that team. And we should do that more. We have to do that more. Otherwise, goodbye. No chance. One thing I have to tell you all the time, Ken, control the ball. This little moment of a short corner. When we say short corner, we want two people to get really, really close to the corner. And what we want to see is one, Christian, could you get even closer? And then Nemanja, the one taking the kick, would kick to the person closest. And that person would run around to either receive the pass or he might move the defenders with him so that Christian can dribble and go score. So we'll break it down as we go. Short corner. So Nemanja, you're offside. So we want to make sure you run around Christian. That allows Christian to dribble and then does his magic. Because now Nemanja, you're not an option anymore. So we want you running around. So then Christian's under danger. He can play it back to you, Nemanja, and you can score. So once again, we're walking. A lot of our players are standing behind defenders. We're being lazy. So these things must be fixed ASAP. Now let's see how we press the goal kick, see if any changes in the second half. Otherwise, we'll explain again, and then we'll end the video here, just because there's only so many things we can keep saying over and over again. And the internet sucks. Alright, so this is actually a really good positioning so far. Besides, we'll probably need our winger here. I can't see him in the picture. Our winger should be actually more around here, so we can block the pass to the winger, but also press this defender. Christian, brilliant. Joshua, this is actually really good. It should be more here, so you can block the pass to this guy, and then be close to press this person. Nathaniel can boot the ball a million miles away, so he will do his magic. There, Daniel, my brain hurt. So, we never want to just leave the ball for no reason. If the ball's with you, use it, go take it, dribble, pass, do your magic. But here, I think you may have just gotten, I'm not sure, but just, if the ball's there, take it, go for it. Maybe you thought RJ was going to take it, but make sure you always keep your eye on the ball. So, something you can see here, your head's looking somewhere else, you're looking at the butterflies. You want to make sure that, are we actually focused on the ball? Are we focused on where the defenders are? And then from there, we can go, cool, should I dribble? Should I pass? Should I protect the ball? Should I, etc. So we never just want to leave the ball, especially in front of the goal. So that's just a single mistake. So I'm just seeing some new little tools, which are cool. Oh, hello. That's cool. I might use that more often. So there's been some little updates to the things, but very cool. Anyways, moving on. Fun toys. Now, Mignon, your defending has been brilliant. Really very impressive with your passes from defense. You're defending from defense. You're busy. Brilliant stuff. I'm really enjoying you there. Now, Daniel, even here, once again, do we see how we're daydreaming? Actually, I don't like that. So, do you see that we're daydreaming? Where what would be better is, can we ensure that you're actually thinking about marking a player? Where, cool, this guy needs to be marked. You're just watching. You're not blocking the goal. Ailey, just make sure you can see where your player is. RJ, make sure you're just seeing. And then when you just get goal side and see your player. Here we're just, Daniel, you've got to make sure you're focusing. So now that highlights more how you're not marking a player. So if the opposition has the ball, Daniel, can we mark a player? It's very important you learn this within, like, now. So if you don't have a player, if the opposition has the ball, they have the ball, white have the ball, can we touch a player? Can we mark them? Can we feel them? Can we have some contact so they know that you're marking them? Mingzhu, same goes to you. Are you marking someone? Are you daydreaming? Are you trying to defend? So, Ali, can you mark someone? Mingzhu, can you mark someone? These things have to be learnt now, like ASAP. Once again, Daniel, are you marking someone? Ali, who are you marking? RJ, we got super lucky. So if the player moves, you must move them. So that's really good, RJ, but then bang, you fell asleep. I get that you're blocking this pass, so I actually don't mind. But Daniel, please. Ali, mark up. And then when you mark up. Okay. Christian, if you're here, you're either marking goal side or you're a million miles away for the counter. Where you are now, Christian, is you're not really defending and you're not really an outlet for a counter attack. So you're doing really nothing productive. You're pretending to defend and you're pretending to be an outlet for a counter attack. So either you make sure you block this goal side or you just get really, really far away and hope that the counter attack goes to you. One or the other. We'll look at this one more goal kick. Just very position, because blocking a goal kick and playing out from goal kick are the two probably most important actions of the moment. So already super wrong. Once again, super close. Then super close. RJ, can you receive behind the defenders? So can you receive in these pockets of space behind the defenders? We don't want to receive in front, because if you receive in front, guess what's going to be in front of you? 3,000 defenders, and they go score. So, left and right defender, get to the left and right of the goalkeeper. When we have possession of the ball, we know a defender, RJ, becomes the midfielder. Okay, so we need to receive behind these defenders, so you can receive and go score goals. Okay. And as soon as that ball's kicked, our centre defender needs to go support it, because the striker is going to be back to goal. And once again, I don't want my striker trying to turn and dribble the whole field, otherwise I'll pull my hair out. So now we need RJ for you to be up here already, providing Christian the pass back if he was backwards to goal. In this instance, he's facing forward, so it's no dramas. Once again, RJ, if you were here, you could say, yes, pass to me. And then we play out. Congrats, we've already scored a goal. But these little decisions and these little moments of not making the run, not being in the position, not calling for the ball, changes from whether we score 10 goals or they score 10 goals. Because here, bang, bang, it's a goal straight away. 100%. It's without a doubt. But once again, we have players that want to dribble the whole team. So here we should go, uh-oh, there's a defender to my right, there's a defender in front of me, there's 3 other defenders here. Can I turn away from the defenders and either play through, or RJ, you should be helping to, because once again, we have possession of the ball. So where does our centre defender go? He goes to central midfield. He pushes up. So we can support and play through, and then we'd score. So there's so many, this happens throughout the whole 50 minutes. There's so many of these moments of whether we can score just like this, but one bad decision means we don't score, and it also means they score. So don't feel like that you're miles behind or anything like that. Some things that you need to learn quickly, and then everything will change. Yeah. So just please notice, every time we try to dribble past a defender, does it work? Never. No. Because as soon as you dribble past one defender, congrats, you have to dribble past a second, a third, a fourth. And then that one time that it works, and then parents scream like you're a superhero. You're not. It just took you 50 times to do it and you got one goal out of it. Rather than can we get 20 goals by doing all these passes consistently, and also getting our teammates involved and getting their development up so that you can actually perform long term. Because dribbling past 5 defenders at under 8 level because you're bigger or you're born in January when they're born in December doesn't mean you're a better player. It just means you're 12 months older than the other team. So please understand this. Which goes for them too. Most of our kids are 6 years old and they're 8 years old. Congrats, that doesn't mean they're better players than you. You're just younger. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up there because we're going to be talking about the same things over and over again.